What I'm about to share with you could become one of the most important things that you do once you commit to writing a book. So let's talk about this. If you have decided to write your book so that you can grow your business and make an impact, let's give it up. Let's give it up, okay? Because you made that first choice. And that is a choice that you decided a book was a big enough priority for you to commit to executing on that. Now you have the long road ahead of going from I've committed to a book to let me write the book, let me outline the book, let me format the book, let me work with a team, let me get the right support, let me make the right decisions, let me publish it, let me launch it, and all of the things that come with a decision that says, yes, a book is something that I'm going to do and I'm going to do it now. Now, I believe that one of the first things all authors should do when they decide that they want to write a book is to first ask themselves why. And determining your why for writing a book is one of the most critical things that you can do, especially as a first-time author. Let me explain. Okay. When you decide to write a book, whether you are doing it on your own, whether you're working with a company like ours, or even if you are working with a traditional publisher, no matter who's helping you or how you're going about it, with a ton of support, with little support, with guidance, with coaching, with done-free elements, it doesn't matter because it's going to be hard. All right, if writing a book was so easy, then everybody who has ever wanted to write a book would write a book and there would be a lot more books. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Now, depending on your industry, you may feel that a lot of people do write books. And depending on your industry, you may be right. But as a collective, as a whole, there's a very small percentage of people who actually complete their book. And I'm going to share with you why this is so important for you to understand. And so we believe that every author needs to create what we call their intentions for writing a book. This is the same thing as finding your why, right? Why do you want to write this book? We call these intentions, okay? Because it's our intention. These are the outcomes that we look to gain by writing our book. I'm intending to write this book so that XYZ can happen. Now, a big thing to note, there is no right or wrong intention for why you should be writing your book. This is a personal, deeply personal project, whether it's for business or personal gain, whether it's for legacy or opportunity, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you have a strong enough why, because the stronger the why, the greater the chances of completion. Okay, we have people that come into our program and their why of writing the book isn't as strong as others. They tend to struggle a little bit more. People that have a really strong why or a really strong, compelling reason of why they're trying to do this, they often finish the book much faster and they often finish the book at a higher clip. Okay, now I want to make something very clear. Your reasoning is independent for you, okay? And I'm going to break down some of the big reasons why somebody might want to write a nonfiction book. All right, I'm going to focus here just on nonfiction. That's the type of work that we do. We help entrepreneurs, executives, and coaches and consultants write, publish, and launch nonfiction books so that they can grow their business and make an impact. So let's talk about some of the biggest reasons why people want to write a nonfiction book. Number one is they want to write a book to generate high-ticket clients. All right, they want to generate high-ticket clients. So if you are doing something in the service-based industry, okay, if you run an agency, you could write a book and teach your done-for-you process. So boom, you can have clients knowing what you do. If you want to sell something that requires people to invest $1,000 plus, something that most people would consider high ticket, well, writing a book puts you in that credibility perspective that, oh, you know what, you could charge this, you're the expert on this topic. High ticket clients can be so many things, consulting gig, coaching gigs, other different opportunities, but often people like to write a book so that they can drive those clients, whether it be a group coaching program, whether it be a one-on-one coaching program, whether it be a done for you model. The point is that writing a book can often generate high ticket clients on the back end. And this is one of the strongest reasons that we see. This is one of the big reasons why I wrote Big Idea to Bestseller. Number two, one of the big reasons that people want to write books is they want more leads. They want more lead generation. And a lot of times people will put together something and they will put together a mini PDF and all of a sudden no one buys. And they're like, why is no one downloading my PDF? Why is nobody using my PDF to hire me? And it comes down to this. I mean, what are you going to get more value out of? A 150-page book sharing your knowledge, your expertise, and exactly how you do your thing? Or a one-page PDF with 4 quick check marks? There's a different perception of value. There's a different perception in the reader's mind of what's more important to do. Okay. And so number 2 is lead generation. You can use the book in so many different ways for lead generation. Free plus shipping funnel, give away a chapter, give away the whole book. Okay. You could do just a general funnel and just sell the book, but you collect the data. There's a lot of different ways that you can do this. You can take your book and turn it into multiple different PDFs. You can take your book and give away one of the different formats. You create an audiobook, give that away. But the book is a great, great tool for lead generation. Here's the cool thing. You write the book. Well, now you can use it however you want. Number 3 is speaking engagements. A lot of people who are executives or who are entrepreneurs, they want to do more speaking. Well, it's very hard to stand out on the speaker circuit, whether you're speaking to high school and college students, and there's a whole market there, whether you're speaking to religious groups, whether you are trying to speak at masterminds, whether you're trying to speak in coaching programs, whether you're trying to speak at corporate events, when you're trying to speak at any type of conference or workshop, whatever it is. It's so competitive because everybody thinks that they can do it. And so having a book not only proves that you know your shit, but it allows you to connect with the people who actually can make those decisions. So that's one of the big reasons why people often want to write a book. The next reason why people want to write a book is they want to make more money doing the same amount of work that they currently do. Excuse me. And so when you write a book, you now have a different sense of credibility, a different sense of authority, a different sense of expertise. You can therefore charge more for the same amount of work. And people don't often bat an eye about this. And that's a really, really great thing. But here's the thing that I've noticed. It's not so much the external that comes from this. It's more of the internal. You as the newly published author have more internal confidence so that you believe that what you are offering is worth what you can now charge. And we find that that is a huge win, is who you become in the process of writing a book tends to breed more confidence, which tends to lend itself to the author charging more or raising their rates or, offering something that they previously didn't offer. Okay. Number 5, one big reason that we see a lot of executives write their book is to have better employee engagement or company culture. Okay, so this is something that's directly related to what they're doing. So you write a book, you give it to your people, and everybody starts to see the philosophy. They get to know you. This is really great for bigger and bigger organizations with lots of employees because it's a way for people to know the CEO, and they may never have met them. That's a really cool opportunity for people to do. Number 6 is a lot of people want to write a book to start a business on the back end. So they want to write a book to start the consultancy. They want to write a book to start the agency. They want to write a book to start the coaching business. And the book expedites the process, meaning the book is your shortcut to having the credibility to do those things. It's also proof that you know what you're talking about. So when you're looking for your first few clients, they're not like, have you ever done this before? You're just like, hey, here's my book. And so you're not new to results, you're new to getting people results in a different way through this new avenue of your business. All right, and this is really, really powerful. If you are switching careers, if you are switching industries, or you're trying to start a side hustle, this is a great way to write a book. Let's say in your day job, you were a social media manager. Okay, but now you want to do social media and run your own social media business. Well, take what you learned, turn that into a book, teach that philosophy, and that becomes your coaching program. You can skip the line. So you can start a brand new business. Number 7 is you can use a book to create social content. So a lot of people struggle with content creation or knowing what to do or what to write or what to post or how often to do all these things. And the coolest thing about writing a book is that you write the book and then you have unlimited social content. Okay, a lot of what I'm sharing right now in this video comes from my book, Big Idea to Bestseller. Okay, some of the reasons why people want to write books. We talk about this in the book in a different way. But I went through my book, I had an idea, I said, great, I can talk about this. A lot of my posts on social media come from my book. And so when you are writing a book, you might be thinking to yourself, gosh, I would really hate doing more. I hate social content. It always takes too much of my week. Well, guess what? If you write the book, it can become your social content because your outline is going to be the most in-depth you've ever thought about everything you need to write about your particular topic. You'll have personal stories in there. And then you write the book. Not only do you have all the social content very clearly laid out, organized by chapter, organized by topic, organized by lesson, organized by story, but you also have a freaking book at the end of it. That's powerful. Number 8 is sometimes people want to write a book because they want to build a course, but they aren't sure exactly how to do it. And they need help to articulate the framework or to build out the framework. Well, boom, you write the book, you got the course. Number 9, people want to write a book for credibility purposes. They want to build a personal brand. So you use your book, you are an author, you can now pitch yourself and you can grow your brand. You can get more credibility for whatever it is that you want to do on the back end. Number 10 is sometimes people are looking for a way to sell a physical product that work in the online space, or they work for a larger company and they want to have something that they can sell on their own. A book is a great low ticket entry product. It's 15 to 20 books, 15 to 20 bucks, depending on the format and how you price your books and everything like that. But it's a great way to have a low ticket entry point into your world. Number 11, you can have your book as a networking tool. So a lot of people want to build a stronger network for their objectives. Well, the best way to build a better network is to have something we're talking about. And when you do something, I heard someone talk about this the other day about if you want to get more press or if you want to get in front of right people, you got to do something that is worth the attention of other people. Well, when you write a book, you will capture the attention of other people and you can use that book to get in touch with those people and network with them. All right, number 12, and this kind of goes back to what we were just talking about, personal brand, but number 12 is that people write a book to be seen as the expert, okay? So if someone comes to me, all right, and someone says, hey, Jake, I'm looking about short-term rentals. I'm like, oh, you know what? We have a client who wrote a book on how to do short-term rentals. Let me send you that right off the bat, right? The minute you write a book on a particular topic, you become the expert in that topic. And the more niche you are, the easier it is for you to be somebody else's main point of contact. For example, and people have told me this over and over again, they go, Jake, when you were doing business coaching, I'm always happy to refer you, but it was a little bit more generic. Now, anytime someone wants to write a nonfiction book, I send them your information. Boom. And that's the power of having a book. So sometimes people want to use their book so that they can be seen as an expert or an authority on the topic. All right, 3 more. Number 13. This is one that is really internal, and it's sometimes people want to write a book to prove to themselves that they can, or they want a book to prove to themselves that they actually are as knowledgeable as they hope they sound. And this is really all done around confidence. Some people want to prove to themselves that they can, prove to themselves that they can do something challenging, prove to themselves that they're actually as knowledgeable, prove to themselves that they do know their stuff. And I think that that's a great reason if that's what applies to you. Number 14 is people write a book because their intention is to leave a legacy. They want to leave something for their family. They want to share their story. They want to impact the next generation. Whatever that is, legacy is a huge reason why people often write books. And then lastly, the last reason that people write a lot of books is because they want to make a difference. They want to impact people. All right. And the difference between this and the legacy is a little bit different in my mind. Legacy is you're leaving a legacy for others to learn from others to gather knowledge based on your experiences and what you know. Impacting people is that you're focusing on the idea that you get to inspire people. You get to help people get better today. All right. And these are all great reasons. I mean, these are 15 reasons. We call them intentions on why someone might want to write a book. Now, here's the coolest part about all of this. You can do 1 or you can do 15. There's no right or wrong amount of intentions. There's no right or wrong intention for wanting to write a book. But the biggest thing that I want to encourage you to take away from this is that if you want to write a book, there has to be a strong enough reason why. The book process will be hard. We can make it easy. Okay, we can do some of the elements for you, but it's still going to require you to decide that this is a priority for you. It's still going to require your effort. It's still going to require you talking about the book once it's done. Okay. When I look at some of our clients and I think about, one of our clients, she wanted to write her book so much because she wanted her family to hear her story and know her truth. She did whatever it could to make it happen. Another client was coming up on a deadline and they had this speaking engagement. They're like, I need my book for this. So their intention was, I need to use my book for speaking engagements and here's my deadline. Boom. They were against the wall there. All right. There's so many reasons, so many situations, so many opportunities. But what I really, really want to stress is that writing a book starts with a commitment. And then writing a book is about figuring out the intention behind why you're actually doing it. All right. If you're like, oh, it's just cool to write a book, that might be good enough, but it's often not as strong as some of these other ones. The more tangible you can tie the book into your intention, the better it's going to be. Okay. I wanted to write Big Idea to Bestseller to grow our business, Big Idea to Bestseller. So I made it specifically so that readers who read that book will get a ton of value, and then they will hopefully want to come learn more about myself and what we do here at Big Idea to Bestseller. We have other people who they write a book because they know they want to leave their corporate job and start something new. And they want to use what they've learned in their experiences to do that. So they write the book, they launch the book, they go into their new thing. Okay. There's so many different things, but the last thing that I want to share here, and this is the secret that I wish I knew in the beginning, and maybe I knew it, but I didn't act on it. And it's this: when you write your book, you can use that one book for the next 5 to 10 years and beyond in your marketing material. You can do the work one time and save yourself hundreds and hundreds of hours over time. Okay. You write the book once, you can hire someone to turn that into a course using your own words. You're good. I have a friend who does that for people that write books. You can take your book and you can use it as a low ticket entry point. You can use it as a lead tool. You can use it as a networking tool. You can take your book and turn it into all your social content. No more spending an hour a week trying to figure out what you're going to post for that week. All right, you can take this and you can just raise your rates. Boom. You take this, you create a keynote. You take this, create a workshop. Take this, create a course. Take this, create a coaching program. All of a sudden, you've just added 6 different revenue streams at different price points based on the book. All right, so much opportunity, but you got to find the reason that makes sense for you. Your reason might not be the same as the person next door, and that's okay. Writing a book is not about comparing yourself to why someone else is or isn't doing it. Writing a book is about understanding, why do you want to do it? What is your intention for writing the book? And so that's what I got for you today. Now, if you want to dig deeper into this and you want to see how I combine my content with my book, I'm going to give you a free copy of my book. You can text the word free to 661-669-7363. Again, that's text the word free to text the word free to 661-669-7363. There you go. I promise you, I know my number. Okay. And just text the word free and we will immediately send you a free copy of my book, Big Idea to Bestseller. And this goes much more in depth. So hope that you really enjoyed this. I really wanted to share this because I think it's something that we don't often talk about. We talk about the sexiness. We talk about launching the book. We talk about writing the book. We talk about like those big things that are the catchier things. But after working with hundreds of people on their book, it's very apparent that you got to have a strong why. You got to have a strong why because that's going to push you through. So let's freaking go. You got this. Get after it. Let's make some magic happen. And I'll talk to you